Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Ohemaa. Welcome. If you are a returning subscriber, hey! We're kicking her out, don't worry, she's going. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of... Is it episode? Yeah, I guess we can say episode. Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Dark Skin Setting Powders. In today's video, we are going to be taking a look at the new Beauty Blender Bounce powder. We were lucky enough to have Beauty Blender send us two of these powders. So we have the shade Nutmeg and we have the shade Chocolate. What I'm gonna do is actually go through a quick eye routine and a quick skin routine using the BoxyCharm, the March BoxyCharm, and also the Beauty Blender foundation and probably the concealer. So if you want to see what comes in the March BoxyCharm and what I can do with it or what it looks like on my skin tone, and more importantly, if you want to see what the Bounce powder is all about, then keep on watching. So we asked Fenty to send us a few of these deep black pencils, and they sent us a few of them to last a while. So we're gonna go back to our Fenty deep black brow MVP, which is what I basically use. If it's not this one, then it's usually soft black. But I feel like deep black actually shows out a lot more on me than soft black, so I prefer this one. So the shade that literally almost matches my skin tone in the e.l.f. Camo Concealer is the shade Rich Ebony. I like using this because it still highlights my brow bone, but it doesn't highlight it too much. Now, if you're someone who uses me as your reference and you want a little bit more of a highlight, you can use the shade Cocoa. Is it Rich Cocoa? I think it's Rich Cocoa. So I'm gonna go in with the Vice Art primer I got from, I want to say, the January BoxyCharm. If I'm not mistaken, then it's the December BoxyCharm, but this is a product that you put on your eyelids if you want to keep your eyeshadow looking fresh after like a really long time. Now this particular one goes on looking kind of oily, but it dries down really matte and it doesn't leave your eyelids looking white. So if you're someone who doesn't put on makeup but you still want your eyelids to look matte, this is the product for you. So the first thing in the box, we're going to be taking a look at the Car lip oil. It looks like this, and this is the shade Rum Punch. My lips are kind of chapped right now, so I'll definitely let you guys know how hydrating this lip oil is. Next, I'm going to try the Hydrating Eye Mask. It's hydrating, plumping, nourishing. It's by the Beauty Crop, and it comes in like little packets like this. There is 4 in here. Oh, there's 3 in here, so I have 2 more that I could use after this if I like it. And I guess the other question is, with these things, do you put them like this, or do you put the skinny side towards your eye? I feel like you put the skinny side towards the inner part of your eye, because that makes no sense to do it the other way. So now that my eyelids are prepped, we're going to jump into the Line Crime Venus 3 palette. I know I've tried the Venus 2 palette, I think, the purple looking one, but this is what Venus 3 looks like. I'm going to attempt to use this shade and this shade maybe, or this one. So we're taking the shade Ecstasy, which is that deep brown shade I showed you guys, this one. And I'm just going to place it on the outer part of my eye. It has a little bit of a color to it, if you can see it. It's showing up more pigmented than I thought it was. This is not the color I thought. I thought it was just a deep brown shade. When was the last time I used Lime Crime? I don't remember. 2018, I think, was the last time I used Lime Crime. I really like this shade. It's like a very mild mauve-y kind of shade. Yeah, I'm gonna go in with the shade Dreamy, because from what this shade is looking like, I feel like this shade is gonna be a little bit more pigmented than I want it to. So I'm gonna use this one. I'm using the same brush. Okay, so this palette is definitely a mauve-y pale spring palette. I can see it. I don't know what we're gonna call this eye look, but I like it. It looks really good. Okay, going back into the shade Ecstasy, I am going back to deepening the crease and the outer corners of this look. Okay, so this avocado thing, it still feels very cooling. I feel like you can reuse this if you put it back into the container because it still has some fluid in the packet. Wow, my under eyes feel super duper cold right now, so definitely major depuffing properties. So I'm gonna try the Glow Recipe Banana Souffle Moisture Cream. I have an overnight mask from them. Is it banana? I think it's a banana, unless it's a mango, and I really like that overnight cream. But like I'm saying, I'm always chasing moisture in my skin. I'm gonna keep this upstairs so we can use it some more, and then I'll give you guys an update on how I am liking it, whether or not I am actually liking it, okay? I'm gonna go with a touch of liquid silk canvas, and we're gonna apply that all over the skin. And I already have the Maven Beauty setting sprays. I'm gonna be prepping with the prep spray, and then we're gonna set with a setting spray later on. I'm just using the prep to help me blend the tatcha in very well, because I told you guys if you put this product on dry skin. So I'm gonna go in with the Beauty Blender Airbrush Liquid Whip Concealer. I am going to be using the shade 455C under my eye. I have been loving this putting a concealer down before you put foundation down business, because it gives you extra coverage under your eyes without it all sitting on top of your foundation. I'm gonna go in with a pink beauty blender. Like, this is actually the beauty blender. I am gonna put, before I go in with the foundation, I'm gonna put a little bit of this e.l.f. blotting mist on. We're using the Beauty Blender Bounce Foundation. This is the shade 475. There is a 480. I think I'm gonna go track that down and keep it for summer. I'm gonna blend this in with the Beauty Blender. I'm using the butt of it to blend this in. And the shade is not bad. I just feel like my shade is changing once again, and I might need to head towards 480 instead of 475. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with the Beauty Blender something concealer. What is this called again? Airbrush Liquid Whip Concealer. We could have just called it the Bounce Concealer. I think that would have been very nice to call it Bounce Concealer. Okay guys, so now we are actually at the portion of the video that you came to see. We have two of the bounce powders here. This is the shade Nutmeg. Now I'm wondering if Nutmeg is getting any kind of royalty, because I feel like every single brand out there has a nutmeg in its foundation range, powder range, whatever it is, there's a nutmeg in there. And then there's chocolate. Now I guess this is another thing where I'm wondering if chocolate gets royalties from all this naming, because once again, in every single brand there's a chocolate in there. So right now we have nutmeg and chocolate, okay? Chocolate is the deeper one of the two that I have, and nutmeg is of course the lighter, more on the orangey side of chocolate. Now on a regular basis, I mean on a regular day, I would be comparing both of these powders to my benign nutmeg powder. It has that soft mesh on the inside. So these are the two powders. This is chocolate, this is nutmeg. Chocolate definitely is deep. Like, I feel like it's the deepest non-red based powder I have seen in a long time. So this is nutmeg from Beauty Blender next to nutmeg from Benign. This is what the shade looks like. Beauty Blender Nutmeg is a little bit more on the yellow side compared to Nutmeg from Benign. Now the chocolate from Beauty Blender is definitely on the deeper side compared to Nutmeg from Benign, which is the powder that I usually use. On the left side of my face, I'm going to use Nutmeg, and on the right side of my face, I'm going to use chocolate. I'm kind of worried of how it's going to look. I feel like nutmeg is definitely going to be way brighter. So I'm going to use one side of the Beauty Blender. It doesn't have a smell to it, but hopefully I can smell, and I'm oh no. Okay, I feel like this thing has a little bit more It has some shine in it. So it says, okay, so this powder sets makeup, absorbs oil, blurs lines and uneven texture, 5 translucent shades, transfer proof, aloe vera and sea minerals, softening and smooth skin, crushed rose quartz, ruby, and fresh water pearls deliver a natural glow. It says it launches in March of 2021 in stores and online and at Sephora. And it's set to be retailed at $32. Like, as soon as I put it on, I could tell that it has some sort of a shimmering property to it. And of course, I'm gonna set my my under eyes the same way that I regularly set my under eyes, or should I say normally set my under eyes, because if I can't use the powder the regular way, then what is the point of trying it or buying it? It's brighter than I'm used to, for sure. Okay, so I'm taking the other side of the blender and we're going with chocolate. Oh, chocolate is gonna give me that natural look. Right now, which side do you like? This is nutmeg, this is chocolate. Personally, I feel like I'm gravitating more towards the chocolate side because of what it looks like. So without the nutmeg side, you can see the chocolate side looks good. It's still kind of brightening on my skin. And if I definitely wanted like a little bit more brightness under my eyes, I could put some nutmeg or any other brightening powder like right here and it would blend in beautifully. So what I'm gonna do is actually put the chocolate powder on the rest of my face. And I usually like to add a little bit more powder under my eyes while I finish my skin and my eye routine. So I'm definitely going to be baking with the powder because that's how I normally use my setting powder. I want to be able to use any powder that I endorse or any powder that I like. I want to be able to use it the regular way I would use any other powder that I own, if that makes any sense. Right off the bat, I like chocolate because I can pile chocolate on and it definitely will absorb my oils, or I can bake with it and I feel like it's not gonna stand out and look too crazy on my face. Now, for my skin tone, nutmeg is definitely a brightening effect, and I feel like the more I add on there, the brighter my under eye would be. But if I'm trying to help you guys figure out which powder is best for you, I'm gonna use the powder the same way that I would use any powder that I own. Okay, so this is me applying the powder as I would as if I'm baking. The reason why I do this is because right here on my face gets oily really quickly. So I always put excess powder over there to help me absorb oils before I finish my look. Going into the Juvia's Place Chocolates palette, I am taking our regular contour shade. This is not makeup you wear to Instagram, okay? This is makeup you wear for demo purposes. I'm just demonstrating for you guys. But of course I'm gonna post pictures. Why not? I'm going into the Saharan Blush Palette Volume 1. We're going to bronze slash blush. So we're going to be using the Fenty Beauty Brow MVP in the shade Deep Black. We missed it, okay? We missed Deep Black. So we use the shade Nutmeg on the left side of my face. We use the shade Chocolate on the right side of my face. Let me know down below in the comments which side you like best. I honestly thought Nutmeg was gonna be entirely too bright for me. Now I don't know if it's looking like this only because I have it on just one side of my face compared to my chocolate side, but honestly I like the chocolate side because it does give me a little bit more of a brightness, but it's still muted enough to where it doesn't look like I used a product that was too bright for my under eye. Now if you look at the Nutmeg side only, Nutmeg side gives me that golden look, that golden glow that's like found in my chest area. But I feel like with that by itself, it might be too bright if I actually put it all over my face, if that makes any sense. So if anything, what I would do is lay down chocolate and use only a little bit of nutmeg like under my eyes. That's how I feel right now. Now tomorrow my mind might change, but right now, seeing this and seeing what it looks like, I definitely prefer the chocolate side over the nutmeg side, only because thinking about how I'm gonna put it all over my face, I feel like it might be too bright if I went ahead and I put it all over my face. Okay, let me know down below in the comments what you think about both of these powders. Let me know which side you like best. So that is it for me, showing you guys the March BoxyCharm and also the 2 new products coming to Beauty Blender this month. Let me know down below in the comments which one of these 2 you might consider picking up if you F with a beauty blender like that. If you don't, let me know. And I will put all the links down below in the description box so you can check it. So you can check it out. If you've watched this far and you're not yet subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and subscribe down below so you don't miss any future uploads from me. Also, go ahead and click that notification bell so you get notified every time a new video goes up. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you, and I'll see you guys in another video. Bye. I just want to come back and show you guys what my face looks like. I've been out in the sun. I literally just came back from getting my daughter from school. I am very, very impressed with how my face is looking with this powder, because I feel like on any given day, my right here, my T-zone would have been oily right now. You would have seen the oils peeking through. If you don't know what I mean, definitely go back and check out my Makeup Revolution XX Revolution video. Just skip to the part, if you haven't yet seen it, watch the whole thing, but if you've seen it, just skip to the part where I put the powder on, and how you can see right here the powder wasn't sticking because my oils kept coming through and coming through. You can literally see my face. I finished my makeup at 1:30. The time is now 3 p.m. and my face looks good. Okay, I'm mostly impressed with how this part of my face looks like right now. It's not oily. Like all the parts where I put the powder is not oily. The glow, I feel like the glow is not as glowy as whenever I initially finished it, when I told you guys this is my finished look. It looks really, really good. I'm also impressed by how beautiful the nutmeg powder is looking on, because I thought it was going to be a lot brighter. I thought as my oil started coming through and my makeup was settling that it was going to be a lot brighter than it looks right now, but it looks really good. And I just wanted you guys to see that the oils are not like literally seeping through, because sometimes a powder can help, you know, keep your face matte, and this powder, I really, really like what it's doing. That's literally all I came to tell you guys.